Oh, it just feels so sweet to be back. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Zenna. Welcome back to the channel. Delta Force technical test is going on live this week. I've had a little bit of a chance to hop on the game, check out some of the new maps, check out some of the new content. I'm going to be talking about it with y'all today. Some of the pros and cons, some of the things I've noticed, some of the things I think they still need to work on. Overall, compared to the playtest, the devs have made many significant improvements and Delta Force plays much better now, but I still think there is some work to do, and that's essentially what I want to talk about in today's video. They've overcome many of the main issues. Now it's just a matter of fine-tuning Delta Force. I did put in over 200 hours on the original playtest and demo, so I feel like I have a good idea of where the game was and where the game is now and the direction they're heading. And again, they are doing a lot of the right things. It just comes down, in my opinion, to some fine-tuning, some balancing with the operators, maybe some tweaking with the maps, maybe some tweaking with the vehicles. It just comes down to a little bit of fine-tuning. But let's hop into it. Overall, they're doing a great job. Something I noticed right away when I loaded up the game is the UI has improved drastically. The menus appear sleeker and just more complete. I did spend some time navigating the menus before I started playing, just to see basically what they added or changed. It seems like there's some solid customization for each operator, including skins, calling cards, sprays, emotes, charms, and individual operator profiles that break down stats and operator level. Once you level your operator, you unlock voice lines and other rewards. Delta Force does seem to have a nice variety of challenges. They seem possibly more in depth. I didn't read each individual challenge, but it seems like there's more of them, which gives you the opportunity to earn, I think they're called tokens, which you can use to level up your weapons. And then there are even challenges that pertain specifically to the extraction mode, but I'm not really focused on that right now, so just kind of put those on the side. Navigating the menus as well, the store definitely caught my eye along with some of the really cool skins available. I really enjoy the direction the dev team is going with the cosmetics. I can definitely see myself dropping a couple dollars here and there on some of these skins. If you don't want to spend money, good thing is Delta Force allows you to unlock skins in Warfare simply by leveling up your weapon and completing challenges. If I'm not mistaken, you can level up your weapon in the operations mode as well, the extraction mode, simply by doing things like starting your operation with this specific weapon. There's little challenges you can do along the way to level up your weapon as well if you are not going to be playing Warfare. On the topic of weapons, let's go ahead and talk about custom loadouts. So many people complained about not being able to edit your weapon in game, and unfortunately that's still not a thing. But what you can do is you can have up to 6 custom loadouts per weapon. So just to be clear, you cannot edit your weapon in game, but you can change between your 6 different builds. So let's say you have an AR build with a long range setup and a close range setup. You can choose between those two loadouts based on what map you're playing on. If you need more of a scope, or if you need more of a close quarter situation type weapon, you can change between those two builds in game. So even though they didn't entirely make the change we were looking for, we can at least acknowledge that they're listening to the players and looking for feedback, which is nice. Speaking of listening to the players, one of the biggest and best changes so far that I've noticed, just right away, the first 10 seconds of gameplay, is the smoother movements and stance changes. This change really improved the overall feel and polish of Delta Force. Again, this has to be one of the best changes I've felt so far. Being able to perform multiple actions per minute just really helps with the flow of gameplay. I can smoke like prone, revive, shoot, stand up, crouch, change positions, all in a short time frame. It just really, it just helps keep the flow of the game going, and it also just really helps me stay alive in certain situations. Y'all know I'm a fast-paced player, so being able to just perform multiple actions per minute just really helps keep me engaged, and I love it. Kind of circling back to our weapons, we do have 3 new weapons, if I'm not mistaken. We've got the MP7 SMG, the M250 LMG, which I'm really excited about this one. Looks like a really hard-hitting LMG. And then there's an AR. I can't remember the name of it. It's like the something 191. I think it's related to the QBZ, so I'm just gonna call it the QBZ 191. But it is an assault rifle. I don't know much about this weapon, but again, I'm excited to get my hands on it. Something else I noticed initially, just like one of the first weapons I used was the CAR-15, and I even used like the QBZ. I used some of the other weapons that I used a lot in the original playtest and demos. I think they changed the weapon audio, and initial impressions, it seems like a negative change. I remember in the playtest, the audio being deeper, having a stronger impact, and now when I'm playing the technical test, the audios are a little bit more shallow, a little bit less deeper of tone. I don't know if I have my audio settings wrong or if I'm just misinterpreting the gun sounds altogether. Whatever. I did mess around in the firing range a little bit, and it seems like they added new attachments, new sights, grips. There's different attachment bonuses. So essentially what this means is I'm going to have to redo every single weapon build that I've ever done in the game because they've changed the way some of the attachments work. They've changed the way, maybe they've removed certain barrels and muzzles and they've changed. This one gets a little bit more pros and cons, blah, 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 different suppressors, blah, blah, blah. So essentially what this means is if you're looking for weapon builds in Delta Force, whether it be a meta build, a serious build, or a silly build, I'm going to be covering in depth every weapon in the game, all kinds of weapon builds. If that interests you, please consider dropping a sub on the channel because I will be covering all of the in-depth weapon guides on this channel. Let's talk about the maps. So the map we're playing on today is called Shafted. And it reminds me a lot of, like, if you've played 2042, it reminds me of like a mixture of Flashpoint and like Redacted. You initially start out on like this exterior like train station with these two warehouses. Once you push through that, you go into this underground section, this underground bunker. And from there, it's just kind of like Operation Metro, Operation Locker. It's just like really close quarters. There's narrow hallways. There's rooms, there's a little bit of verticality, a little bit of, different angles to get shot from. But it's just a lot of choke points. This map, this Shafted map didn't, it totally impressed me, but I think a lot of the negative aspects of this map really are exaggerated with the spam from the operator abilities, which I want to talk about right now. I think the ability spam from the operators is a genuine, real problem in this game. I think it's one of the few remaining problems this game has. The recon arrow spam, the smoke spam. On this map in particular, the smoke spam is unbelievable. We're talking about 60 seconds of my screen, I can't see where I'm going because it's covered in smoke. So I don't know if they can like reduce the operators who carry smoke. I don't know if they can reduce the smoke on this map in particular. But smoke aside, smoke obviously is, not that big of a deal, but the recon arrow being seen through the smoke, and even the recon character, if you shoot somebody, then you have wall hacks on that person. You don't even have to use the recon arrow. And then the recon arrow, it spots you once, and then if you move around, like it's like a 3-second little like yellow bar that moves across your screen, then you have to like stand still or else you get spotted again. So they got to take away the second spot. You either get spotted on the minimap, but the wall hacks have got to go away. I'm so tired of wall hacks in FPS games. It's just not necessary. It needs to be removed. It's annoying to play against. It's not even fun to use it. It's not even fun to use it. You're just shooting people through walls. It's just obnoxious. It's obnoxious. I complained about it during the playtest. I'm going to continue complaining about it because I find it unnecessary. Please nerf or remove. Thank you. I'm sure many of you have questions about like the AI. So they have removed AI from multiplayer matches. And what this has done is this has slowed down the gameplay. So a lobby of full players is much slower than how the game has been playing. I think some of that has to do with people just not being comfortable with the map. They're just not really sure where they're going. So they're just like holding their position, holding a hallway or whatever. So hopefully that will change when people become more comfortable. But yeah, I mean, playing, I still have to get more time on the game. I've only got 3 hours on like full like player lobbies or whatever. So I have good initial impressions, but I could see where it's going to get a little ratty. Again, going back to what I just said about the operator abilities, that needs to be toned down. But don't worry, if you're still looking, if you want to play against AI, if you're new to the game, you still have that option. You can go into a 100% AI bot lobby. You can practice, you can learn. So if you're new to the game, don't worry. Delta Force devs have you covered. I haven't had much time in vehicles on the technical test, just like riding around in a couple ATVs. I did fly the Little Bird a little bit, which felt a little clunky, but that might be like a skill issue. I would say, honestly, the vehicles are just, something just tells me they're always going to be on the back foot compared to Battlefield, like design-wise. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe Delta Force can tidy up the details around vehicle gameplay, but the vehicles to me in this game just, they don't have weight. They just feel like toys. They feel like video game vehicles. They don't seem like real vehicles. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but there's just something off about them. So I would like to see Delta Force, maybe it's the physics, I don't know. I would like to see the vehicles tweaked if possible, but they just, I don't know, the vehicles just don't really do it for me in this game personally. Overall, I am absolutely loving Delta Force. I am just ready for the full release, as I'm sure many of you are as well. Shout out to my console boys. I know you are growing extremely impatient, but just hang in there. I know the devs are working hard to get the game out to you as soon as possible. I think we're looking good, honestly. For 2025, my game plan is just literally to play and stream Delta Force. I'm going to be grinding this game. I want to grind weapons. I want to grind vehicles. I want to grind the maps, the content. I want to learn everything I can to know about this game, and I want you to be there along with me for this journey. I think the devs are heading in the right direction. Again, in my personal opinion, they have got a lot of the main issues covered. It's just going to come down to some fine-tuning, a little bit of map tweaks, some operator tweaks, some balance changes here and there, maybe a couple bug fixes, maybe work on the audio. I feel like maybe footstep audio is a little bit weak. It's just going to come down to some fine tuning, but the baseline, if you're on the fence about this game, just try it out. For a free combined arm shooter, this game is fantastic. I'm not coping. It is genuinely a fun game. It just has its issues. It just has its issues that need to be worked out, and I pray that the devs can hear the voice of the community and see, you know, the right way to go about fixing some of these things, and we could have a phenomenal product on our hand for 2025. But that's going to wrap it up for me today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. It feels great to be back on YouTube. It feels great to be back playing video games, talking to y'all again. I'm really looking forward to grinding this game. If you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed the channel, please consider dropping a like and subscribing. I will be covering Delta Force in depth moving forward. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all on the battlefield and seeing you all in the comment section as well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
This is their last line of defense.
Oh, good shots in this game, no question.
To the last sector. We're going to win this. 50% Allied troop force left. We must pick up the pace.
Stupid drones. Wow. That is crazy.
Finish them all! Copy. Vehicle dropped at indicated location.
ready.
I need extended mags
Take the sector.
ASAP. I need my 75 round drum mag ASAP. All right. 10 guys staring at a doorway.
West missile strike.
On the dome? Does that even work? Oh, sick. Yeah, great.
Guided missiles lost.
I have no idea if this is about to work.
Thanks, soldier. And on the way.
Smoke barrage ready.
Almost blown up.
It kind of worked.
Take the sector.
Like, there's like so much smoke. It's insane. What? How are you alive? Pizza! Thank you for the raid. I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. Good to see you. Thank you for the raid ski. Garm, hello. Welcome.
Smoke
Or,
screen incoming.
welcome to the stream.
That was close.
Smoke barrage.
Got heavy losses. Push harder and capture the sector.
All right.
Really close one.
Just getting shot through smoke.
I'm ready for another fight. Damn it! Clear the area.
Lots of the river wise maps kind of, especially third sector. Yeah, I'm starting to have some more critical opinions about the map, but the gameplay feels great. Like the gunplay, the smoothness, the animations, like they did a good job with all that. This map design is still pretty questionable, I would say.
Overload activated. That was close.
Oh, this is fucking dumb, to be honest.
Capture the last sector. We're going to win this. Guided missiles lost.
He didn't shoot the other teammate that just runs out, but he shoots me. Like,
Incoming.
feels good to be back on stream. Feels good, even better to be back on Delta Force.
Smoke barrage ready.
Smoke screen incoming.
Am I getting teabagged? Did I just get teabagged?
Prepare for the enemy counter.
OC's having matchmaking issues.
We're going to win this.
I'm not surprised.
Cover your ears.
God.
Thunder's coming.
Oh, you can make that jump?
Guided missiles lost. We're halfway there. Victory is near.
What the fuck?
Smoke screen incoming. We've neutralized the biggest Charlie. Prepare for the enemy counter.
Of course, as soon as I turn my fucking head, bro. As soon as I turn my head, 2 people up the zip line.